All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is our review for American Horror Story, season 7, episode 1. And this season's called Colt, and I'm here joined by Kevin Mel.
Howdy.
So,
So, what did you guys think? I mean, I know, well, like I said, fair warning to everyone who hasn't seen it yet. If you haven't seen it and you're watching this, don't, because there's going to be spoilers involved.
Yep.
do you want to go first or me?
It doesn't matter.
I'll go. I'll tell you guys, if you guys have ever watched American Horror Story, you know they like to push the envelope. They don't disappoint in pushing the envelope in this episode. If you are afraid of clowns, this episode is not for you. The season probably will not be for you. The one thing that pissed me off in the beginning is they did say they were going to go politically on this, and they were showing the whole Trump and Hillary Clinton election night, and it looked like people were crying because Trump was president. And Evan Peters, I gotta tell you something, I love that guy. And the fact of the matter is, he starts humping the TV, then he bathes himself in Cheeto dust. I thought that was fucking funny. I mean, like, even though the whole thing with Ashley Judd with that, I thought that was kind of a knock on her. And it shows to me, this episode shows that if you are a Trump supporter, you're racist, and that's basically what they were trying to prove in this. And
Yeah, I got the vibe too.
I will give people a spoiler: if you don't like watching somebody urinate, you don't want to watch this one. But then again, I thought it was funny, man, because Evan Peters' character actually urinates in a condom and throws it at a bunch of Mexicans. I thought that was hilarious. But
you know why he did that too, right? You know why he did that too, right?
No, you
so
go
he
ahead
could they can film them attacking him and show that Mexicans are dangerous in the United States.
Right.
Exactly. It seems like they got some original people from the last seasons.
Yeah, Sarah Paulson and Evan Peters.
Those are the only two I noticed.
Those are the only two so far that are originals.
And then Twisty the Clown.
Yes, he was in the Freak Show.
Freak Show, yeah.
But all in all, this episode kind of left me with a head scratcher. I mean, you have Sarah Paulson's character, who's a lesbian. She's married to another woman, and
what got my head scratching on this thing is why she's hallucinating, and is she really hallucinating, or is she actually seeing this shit and nobody else can see it?
Yeah.
But yet the kid can see it, their son can see it, but at the same time, it's like, where the hell did the clowns in the first place come from? And like, what's that have to do with the show itself? What is I get the political aspect, fine, whatever, because they did mention that they were going to be doing this. They were going to be driving this hard into the ground. But I don't understand the hallucinations, or if they even are hallucinations with Sarah Paulson's character, because it doesn't make any sense yet with the show. Unless they're going to be using the clowns as a backdrop to hide behind a mask, to make it seem like, this is what they'll do, if you voted for this person, or this will happen if you voted for that person, kind of deal. Yeah. I don't know. I do like the fact that they're, kind of sticking to the gore effects. They're kind of keeping in the sexual realm.
Mm-hmm.
But if they have to uplift it a little bit more, they have to, get back to the way American Horror Story used to be. I don't know if they are going to do that or not, but I was not impressed with everything the first episode had to offer, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, there's probably maybe 12, 13 episodes left.
Yeah, I like the way they were doing certain things they were doing. I liked, but then at the same time, it had me like scratching my head because they did it like a political view, like basically like with the whole, like have like Trump, like with the whole Trump supporters, like attacking people who are immigrants and stuff like that, and it's like, yeah. And I also didn't get the whole Sarah Paulson hallucination thing. But I think,
but the thing about it is, are they really hallucinations though? Because her son,
yeah,
her son's or the woman, whatever, what's his name, Ozzy,
Ozzy.
Yeah.
saw the clowns.
Right.
So, is it a
You know what
hallucination
got
or
me
not?
wondering though? Maybe it might not be a hallucination because, like, remember when the clown was in her car and she crashed it?
Yeah,
It's like maybe she really did see it, but I mean, I guess they're probably trying to make it seem like, well, if you supported this candidate, I guess you get to see hallucinations and stuff. So I mean, they're not technically just going after Trump supporters; they're also going after Hillary supporters as
yeah.
well. So,
They, actually, there's two scenes in this episode besides the part where he pees or throws the thing.
yeah.
When she goes inside the grocery store and she's like, can you believe that, President? And the cashier puts on the Make
America Great Again.
I chuckled on that scene, and then the other scene where he's talking to that girl, and he goes, oh, "What's the thing you regret?" She's like, "Getting anal from this guy." He's like, "Did you bleep?" She's like, "Yes." "Did you poop?"
I liked when and then when later on I liked when he asked her before they went to the commercial break. He's like, "Who do you fear?" And she was like, "Honest to God, you." And then you saw Evan Peters like smile.
Evan Peters is a phenomenal actor in this entire franchise. I mean, no doubt. He's been there since day one, so
Yeah, he's been in
he's been in every single season. So
as a main character too.
yeah,
I mean,
as one of the
last
main
season,
characters.
I really can't count last season. I mean, he wasn't there, but I mean, he was like an actor, and then he played like a car role like there.
He wasn't
But I
in the
mean,
last season as much as he could have been.
I think the reason why he wasn't in
really,
last season
really much, like pretty much all the actors were kind of like they mixed it up though, kind of in a way.
I think the reason why he wasn't on last season as much is because he was filming that X-Men Apocalypse,
Maybe.
and that was kind of the reason why he was filming that at the same time he was filming American Horror Story. So it was like,
That's understandable. Well, the last season anyway wasn't that impressive anyhow. So it was actually kind of maybe a good thing that he wasn't.
Thank God it was only.
episodes.
Thank God it was only 10 episodes. It wasn't like fucking 13 like they usually have.
Yeah.
oh well, I do know that Angela Bassett's supposed to be back in this season. I don't know what kind of role she's going to play. I don't know if they're bringing back Cuba Gooding Jr. for this one.
I wasn't really that impressed with Cuba Gooding Jr.'s acting in the last season. I mean, he really.
I don't think they're bringing him back, to be honest. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense. Where would they put him? I mean, would they just have him like as some liberal black guy?
Wow.
Well, hell,
I mean, that would be the perfect role for him, probably, because he does look like the part of a liberal.
maybe he can play the part of Barack Obama.
I told you this before, though, Kev. The last season, I didn't like the last season that much, but that one scene where Cuban Gooding is fucking Lady Gaga,
Yeah.
and then he just realized he was fucking her later on, that cracked me up.
Well, I do know that Kathy Bates is directing one episode of this season, and there is a rumor that
Jessica Lange?
Jessica Lange may appear.
I haven't heard anything about that. I don't think she's going to be coming back at all.
She's doing that one show on FX that's also on FX that was created by the same creator of American Horror Story. What's it called?
Oh, yeah, but it's on Fox. I think it's called Screen Queens. I don't know if they renewed it or not.
I don't know. I just saw like the first episode of that and thought it was trash. So.
I mean, I would love to see her back, but I mean, we all would love to see her as like a main character, but I think she figures it's best for her to move on with her career.
Yeah, I mean, she's doing Broadway now, so I don't think
let me
she'll
ask you
be back.
He was one of the main reasons why American Horror Story was as good in the first 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
I still think American Horror Story could be good, but I just don't think it could go back to the way it used to be with Jessica Lange. I mean, you missed that
before you go any
important
further.
role.
Before you say something, the one thing that I think kind of, I'm not gonna say it bothered me, but the fact that they kind of changed the theme up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
The intro, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I really missed.
Well, at least they had an intro this time.
That is true. That is true because the last season they didn't have anything at all. So.
Yeah, all they had was like Because My Ronic Nightmare, and then it just goes
Yeah,
nuts.
that was their intro.
Let me ask something, Matt. You saw the movies? You saw the Purge, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of what
That's
the
kind of,
show.
yeah.
The show kind of shows me. Kind of.
I
It
kind
kinda-
of feel like they're trying to bring the clown vibe in because that was kind of going on in the world in like 2016 around like October and something. Because with everybody dressing up as clowns and going around people's neighborhoods and stuff and stalking people.
I really hope that next season though they don't do anything with clowns at all. I hope they actually go back.
I mean, I'm surprised FX has so much faith in them because they renewed them for 2 more seasons. Then after this,
I'm just trying to get over the fact that I heard the word "fuck" at least 5 times in the goddamn show. I'm like, this is like, I mean, granted, it's in early. It's early. I mean, it's not even like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, this is on FX for God's sakes. I mean, they actually.
They said fuck in the last couple of.
No, they didn't. I mean, it was like more like shit and this and that. But I don't remember hearing the word "fuck" come up several times on the episodes. But
If you think about it, though, it's smart what Mr. Murphy's doing because this whole clown epidemic that happened last year, like Matt was talking about,
yeah,
and
I think he had to bring an excuse in though of why everybody's acting like this cult stuff.
yeah.
So I guess he had to bring in the whole election thing. I mean, you know how like Hollywood can't shy away from political stuff like this.
Right.
They had to get their Trump jokes in and stuff like that. So they had to bring that in. I just hope though, if they're gonna do what they say they're gonna do, I just hope they don't bring up the whole political stuff for the next episodes. I just hope they just focus on the clown stuff.
I have a feeling it's not gonna swing that way. I think it's gonna be very politically driven, and I think I don't know. We'll see. I'm just not. I just really wish that they could have been like at least.
A part of me thinks it's going to go the political swing, but another part of me thinks that it's going to switch to like just the clown stuff. Because I feel like this episode was more, like I said, this was all about like election night and stuff. They had to bring the whole political stuff up. But I think they'll probably bring a few political references in their episodes, maybe, but they won't like go crazy with it, maybe.
We will see.
Well, I'll say this though: the one thing that was great though was the fact that you saw the bus in the exact same area where Freakshow was at. I thought that was pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
that was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
that was cool.
But from what I hear, all the seasons are supposed to tie in some way, some shape or form. They're supposed.
Yeah, all the storylines are supposed to tie together somehow in the end. So.
Oh yeah.
You know what I think would be really cool is if they bring back the house from the first one. That right there would actually be pretty cool.
You know what's crazy about it is I actually love that house. I would live in that house. I really would. I mean, I love the size of it.
We're saying that this was going to be like the season where Coven and Freak Show blend together.
It could be. I believe
because with the whole cult stuff and stuff like that.
Possibly.
Now, here's what I'm trying to figure out: are they trying to say if you're a Trump supporter, you're a cult member? Is that what they're trying to do?
I guess so.
Well, I'm wondering if the clowns is the defining point with the cult, name in the first place. Like if they're saying, a cult of clowns is going to destroy the town.
So they're saying like we're the clowns, and then everyone who's a liberal is like Sarah Paulson's character who sees the clowns.
Possibly.
I think there's a connection with these clowns and Evan Peters.
Yeah.
I do believe that is the case.
It would be funny. It wouldn't surprise me if he's a leader. He's actually the cult leader.
It wouldn't surprise
of the clowns. Yeah, it really would not surprise me at all.
I loved how Evan Peters went up to the law, and they're like saying like he was like saying like basically, oh, we need to like everybody loves fear and stuff to them. And they were all like basically didn't agree with what he was saying. And he said, "You never want to piss off what do you say? You never want to piss off a
disappointed man."
A disappointed man.
But when he seriously put on Cheeto stuff on his face, that was great. Yeah.
I thought it was funny though when he ran into Sarah Paulson and her wife, and then he threw coffee at him.
Yeah, Kev laughed at that too. I was trying to figure. I'm like, did you overhear something in the conversation that made you do that?
Well, they were talking about Trump at that point when he threw it.
So,
they were talking
okay,
about,
yeah, I was like, it kind of made me question that for a minute. I wasn't sure what was going on.
Now, what would be kind of cool?
Oh yeah, I think. I mean, from what I saw with the previews though after the episode, I think
You there?
Yeah, Matt.
Hello?
parts that were good, and then there was just some parts that had me scratching my head. I just didn't like the whole political side of this episode.
I have a feeling that's how it's going to be throughout the entire season, though, to be honest.
What do you think,
I
Jeff?
hope.
You think they're gonna? You think they're gonna go? You think they're gonna go this route too, or do you think they're gonna? Does something tell you that they might end up
I
going
think
the
they'll
route?
go. I think they'll go that route for a little bit, but I think they're going to go more into this cult realm than they are the political realm.
I hope so.
Yeah, I think.
Because
there's nothing shittier than having politics thrown, like, shoved down your throat on a show that you really like to watch. No matter what side you're on.
Wanted to see politics, we would turn to CNN. I mean, we normally people try to shy away from the political sides and stuff. They want to see like shows that are not political. And I think now with Trump in office, it seems like most of the routes to Hollywood's going is political. It's even happening in football too. They're starting to be political.
Everything's getting political. It's crazy.
everybody's getting political. And, you know, the biggest thing with this situation is that hopefully, you know, I have to admit, though, I love some of the clown masks. And I got to admit, though, the clown getting ass raped.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That was pretty funny, yeah. God, man, I'm fucked up.
That was nothing. I just, yeah.
I wonder if that was two people underneath that clown mask. You know what I'm talking about, Matt, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It may have been. You just never know.
Yeah.
You don't know who's underneath the mess. So if we were to give this a rating,
Ooh.
like on a scale, like, you know, A, B, C, D, F kind of deal.
Or you mean like 5 or like 1 to 10?
Or 5-star, 4-star, whatever.
Yeah.
7.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Damn, that's
pretty high. I was gonna say maybe more like a 5 out of 10 right now.
I would that was the route I was going to, 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean 7.5 is quite high, but
Okay.
no. So you're fine. I just think 5 out of 10 is better because no, go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
I do want to see them improve on things though.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's a 50-50. It's either going to go one way or it's going to go the other, and the audience see if they're going to love it or they're going to hate it.
You think if they would have started off though, I mean, it's American Horror Story, you would think they would want to start it off with a bang.
Yeah, instead of showing to, I mean, yeah, I think that's what killed it for me for like the first couple minutes.
Like if they didn't like bring the whole politics stuff in, I think it could have been a lot better of an episode.
Especially the first 2 minutes of it.
Yeah, it's called election. The episode was called Election Night, so I guess they had to go that route.
They could have had it in the background, though. In my personal opinion, they could have had the election stuff going on in the background instead of having it as the main focus of the show.
I still think they would have based this season off of political views, though, regardless who was the president. Could you imagine if Hillary Clinton was president? What route do you think they would have gone with the whole political view on the season?
It's a very good question.
You probably would have saw Dykes killing men.
Yeah, probably. You would have seen like Dykes. You would have saw like immigrants taking over the country.
Well, I mean, here's the thing too. The reason why I think they showed the clowns this episode more is because if everybody doesn't know, the Stephen King It movie's coming out this weekend. So
Oh yeah.
that probably has.
Oh, that is coming out this weekend, isn't it?
That probably has a lot to do.
Didn't they have like they were showing a preview too during the commercial breaks?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, they did.
Did they?
Yeah, because fast forwarded.
I fast forward. Yeah, we had it someone on record. So, whoops. Yeah. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I mean, if it.
The one thing I did appreciate though about when they first started with American Horror Story is the fact that they had it closer to Halloween, like in the October months and everything instead of September.
Yeah, they did have that. Now it's sort of like, this is the first season that they actually have it on a different day too.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know. Usually they have it on a Wednesday night.
It's on a Tuesday instead of a.
Yeah.
Unless a new show's coming, and that's the reason why they.
No, there's always some shit going on with TV. But
Yeah. Honestly, though, I think, in my opinion, though, I told you this, Kev, I thought season 2 was the best. I liked season 1 second, but I thought season 2 was the best because I feel like that revolved around mostly what I thought what American Horror Story should be.
yeah, the first one will always be my favorite. So
there's nothing creepier than a bunch of nuns working inside a.
I think we all can agree, though, season 6 was the worst.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah.
Did you guys see on YouTube that someone had like a review? They like rated all the seasons, and they said season 6 was the best.
Oh, that's their opinion. I mean,
it's their opinion.
I know it's their opinion, but I mean, I guess they said they love the. I guess they love the whole like documentary stuff.
It really wasn't technically documentary. It's more like found footage. It was like a found footage season.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that cameras were too shaky a lot of the time, I don't know. I mean, I would buy season 6 just to say I have it, but I don't. I mean, it's not something I would watch on a regular basis. I think the moral of the story is I love American Horror Story simply for the blood, the guts, the gore, all that kind of shit. I mean, if it was
that wasn't really, in my opinion, that wasn't really American Horror Story.
Yeah.
I mean, it was called American Horror Story, but they were kind of basically making it seem like it's more called like My Ronic Nightmare.
Yeah.
Who knows though? Maybe for the Halloween Havoc pay-per-view for FWE, maybe I should bring back Twisty.
Twisty. Maybe you should have Twisty. You should have Twisty against like fucking Tate or someone.
Well, no. How about this? How about Twisty versus Dashy?
Twisty versus Dashy.
Wow.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean,
do you want to do this every week, Matt, or do you just want to do this for today?
Every week.
Every week?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing this once every week. Like after every episode, we'll do review. But I think, like I said, I give this episode a 5 out of 10. I just didn't like the whole political side. But I still but it wasn't the best.
No, it wasn't. It could have been better. They didn't have to shove it down your throat as soon as this show started and everything. But that's just.
I'll be honest with you guys. If it wasn't for Evan Peters, I would have gave it a 5 as well.
If it was for Evan Peters.
Yeah, I mean Evan Peters rocks, but still, his performances are always off the top. He's always awesome on whatever he does in the show. So.
Well, just think about
a lot of
this
people.
Here,
Olsen's going to be screaming a lot in this season, like she did last season.
Well, here's something that a lot of people should look at. If you haven't seen the episode yet, go back and watch it. That's how anybody does, because when Evan Peters, if you notice, they kind of put religion in it too, because he was inside some kind of Jew name. Like
he was in a what?
It was some kind of like Jew, like he was in some kind of Jew room talking to them.
A Jew room?
That's what they said on there. Something about Jewish thing. And so when he was on there talking to them, and that Chinese guy turned him down, the Chinese guy and his wife got killed. Think about it. I mean, it's kind of like he gets turned down, Chinese people die later on.
Well, like I said, we'll see how the season goes. I mean, we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Maybe we'll have a better review next week for it.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll get better and better each time.
Yeah,
hopefully.
I hope so.
I hope so too, yeah.
So,
So is there anything you guys want to say before we close this out?
I just hope that the next episode is that these next 12 episodes or however many episodes are part of the season start getting better and better. Because it would really suck if it just sticks to one.
They're gonna have
What's that?
they're gonna have 11 episodes in this season.
Oh, okay.
You know what I wish they
So
would go?
we've got 10 more to go to see if they're gonna improve.
I'm waiting for American Horror Story to do a season where it's about paranormal.
What's that?
Where like American Horror Story doing stuff on the paranormal.
That would be Kev's favorite season if it's about paranormal.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that just doesn't swing right. That's not American Horror Story. It's not that. It just wouldn't work.
Did you guys notice the
If
intro?
you think about it, last season was kind of about paranormal activities.
Yeah.
Did you guys?
I mean, it wasn't like ghosts, but I mean,
did you guys notice?
You know what I mean.
Did you guys notice in the intro? You can actually, if you pause it at a certain
I'll
moment,
still say
you can actually see Freddy.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Freddy comes into the mix of this somehow. I don't know.
like it would be better this.
I don't know. But I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good now.
You have anything to say?
Nope. All I gotta say is we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah, I figured this would be a brief one, so maybe next week we'll see what happens next week.
Fingers crossed.
Right.
All right. So this is episode 1 review of American Horror Story. This is Matt, Kevin, Mel, and we're signing out.
Peace.